This is John Paul Rai. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, and today, talking about how Amber Heard accused Johnny Depp fans of being bots. What a bot is it's a program that goes online and does things automatically, like dislikes and spams comments and things like that. Amber Heard filed an official court document and a complaint against Twitter, against Johnny, and Twitter actually responded. And what they said was very entertaining and very damaging to Amber's opinion, and they pretty much outright went ahead and said, there are no bots. We knew that, but hearing Twitter say it right from the source is spectacular. Quick shout out to that Umbrella guy, because I saw this on his channel. He'll be linked below in the description. I'm sure many of you guys know who he is. So now, let's take a look at the documents. So, here's the first one, and they apparently represent Twitter. We represent non-party Twitter Inc., Twitter, and are in receipt of your subpoena dated September 11th, 2020. And by the way, Amber didn't pick a very tasteful date to subpoena somebody. I'm born and raised in New York, and I was actually, I'm not going to say at the event that happened, but I was close enough to see it with my own eyes. And I'll tell you, that's a pretty shitty thing to do. But alright, moving on from that, for the reasons stated below and for those discussed during our phone call, Twitter objects to your subpoena. Please contact me to meet and confer if you disagree with Twitter's objections. First, Twitter objects to the definitions of communication and document as overboard and calling for information covered by the attorney-client and work product privileges. Second, Twitter objects to the subpoena to the extent it seeks information that Twitter is legally or contractually prohibited from disclosing, including information that will require Twitter to breach a confidential contract, protective order, settlement, or duty to a third party to maintain privacy and or confidentiality, and that third party meaning a human third party, of course, already hinting to the fact that these are not bots. Third, Twitter objects to the subpoena to the extent it improperly purports to require the disclosure of documents containing proprietary or confidential information, trade secrets, or information implicating third parties' privacy rights. And of course, they list a source. Now, here's what I love. They say that what Amber's doing appears to be a broad fishing expedition for irrelevant information. That's wonderful. Fourth, Twitter objects to the extent your subpoena seeks information that it does not retain in a producible format. What a fucking slap to the face. So, not only did they say, we reject this subpoena, we reject this theory, they're actually saying that these bots are in fact real people because under contract they can't give out information of these people. It would seem that almost everybody Amber Heard subpoenas, asks for information about Johnny, against Johnny, just turns around and tells her either, well, this is irrelevant and you should shut up, or tells her something that goes against her. There seems to be no way she can win this case in a legitimate fashion. She's going to have some kind of corruption, some kind of cheating to win this case. I mean, Twitter is a huge company, and they usually don't mess around with this kind of thing. So, coming from them, this is such a great, rock-solid source against Amber Heard. And I did hear that Disney did something similar when they turned down Amber Heard's subpoena, where she wanted to have them say things about Johnny on the set of Pirates. She wanted them to say basically he was acting upset on the set of Pirates. That was her fault anyway, because she was irritating him off the set. So when Johnny went on the set, he was kind of acting, I don't know, not himself, you could say, but it was all her fucking fault anyway. I just love the fishing line, you know. Obviously, yeah, What they're saying is Amber Heard could be fishing for information from human beings who are online and trying to find out things they're saying about her, who they are, maybe trying to dox them or whatever. So they're actually saying that she's doing a bad thing. They're coming back and saying, not only legally are we not giving you this information, we think you're doing something kind of shady, Amber. Well, that's no surprise to us. I guess it might be a surprise to the court, or a surprise to Twitter, but if Twitter was smart and following the news, and following their own platform actually, they'd know Amber Heard was a liar, a thief, a con artist, an SJW, and a whole other list of bad things. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think down below. Doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. I don't always move my hand like this, just sometimes I do. It actually annoys myself. And at the end of the video, don't worry about it, because the end is not as important as the beginning. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. Doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. That first heard. If you don't subscribe, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.